Good afternoon, everyone. We are here in Orlando, Florida, at the 17th World Sub-Junior Powerlifting and 35th World Junior Powerlifting Championships. And this is the 93 kilo weight class. We have 13 lifters competing in this 93 kilo weight class. We have 4 in the sub-junior age division and 9 in the junior age division.
180 kilos on the bar.
So they're loading it up for the first lifter, Da Silva from Japan, with 180 kilos or 396 pounds.
Here we go, Sub-Junior Junior Powerlifting 2017 World Championship.
Looking at these numbers in the junior weight class, you'll see, if you look at the scoreboard, we have quite the competition going on, especially between the 2 USA lifters, Guerra and Nevarez. And then we also are going to have a battle for the bronze medals. A lot of lifters are in that 800 kilo range for their prognosis right now based on the openers. So here goes Da Silva starting off this session of lifting. He gets the squat command. And nice easy lift. If you notice, he is currently lifting what we consider raw or classic. He's got his knee sleeves on and a singlet. We'll see if he decides to put on any squat suits or knee wraps for his later attempts, or if he just decides to do the entire squats raw. All right, and his Japanese teammate, Kawamura, is going to be taking 190 kilos, which is 418 pounds. So for the sub-junior age division, it looks like the 2 Japanese lifters may be fighting, or excuse me, for the Japan and Denmark may be fighting for the silver and bronze medal. We'll see what happens if the Silva decides to put on any equipment. So here goes Kawamura. Had a little stumble out of the squat rack. Looks like maybe his rack height's a little too high. Gets the squat command. Fights it up. Locks it out. And it's a no lift. Two red lights. You saw the little blue card, or the number 2 blue underneath it. It looks like his knees were not locked out at the completion of the lift. So that will be a no lift for Kawamura. Well, we're taking a big jump now for Simon Rasmussen. 240 kilos. His personal best is listed as 250 kilos, so he's opening up just under that. All these sub-junior lifters have a birth year of 1999, so they're all about the same age, and they will all be aging out together going into the junior age division. So Rasmussen takes it out. Gets the squat command. Good descent speed. Nice and easy.
240 kilos.
And 2 white lights. He gets 1 red light from the front, where you see the number 1 red card below that, and that is for depth. So the head judge thought he did not go deep enough in his squat.
Left shoe is in the house. Blink.
All right. Now we have a Japanese lifter in the junior age division, Takashima, taking 260 kilos.
Yeah, you missed it, man. The rest of them heard you.
He only weighed in 89.01 kilos, so quite light for the 93 kilo weight class, as several of these other lifters are also weighing in light, as they may be new to powerlifting and still trying to build that muscle mass and fill out their weight class over their years as a sub-junior and junior. So he gets the squat command. Nice easy depth. Locks it out. And 3 white lights for Takashima. All right, now we're going to the heaviest squat of the sub-junior division. We have Moises Valon from Ecuador, also taking 260 kilos. And if you're looking at the scoreboard, you can see his prognosis on the far right based on his openers. And you'll see he's at 690 kilos, quite a bit ahead of his competitors. So it looks like if he can make his attempts, he can cruise to a world championship in that sub-junior age division. He gets set up. He gets a squat command. Oh, and that was nice and fast coming up. And he gets 2 white lights. He gets a red light from the left judge for depth. But that was a fast squat, the fastest one we've seen thus far. So now going back to the junior age division. We're loading up 275 kilos for Daniel Guindon. His personal best is listed as 270 kilos. He's opening up with 275, so he's opening up with a new personal best. He's been competing for just 2 years.
Daniel Schnurr in the hole is Graf. 2 Germans coming up.
So here he comes. When they say bars loaded for a lifter, they have 60 seconds to come out and get that squat command. And as you saw, the Canadian lifter was a little slow coming out, so he's down to about 20 seconds right now as he's setting up.
Sit back.
All right, gets the squat command in time.
Sit back. Back. Chest up.
Right. Look good on the way up. The depth may have been a little close. Let's see what the judges think. And he gets 3 red lights, all for depth. So it looks like he needs to sink it down a little further.
Bar loaded.
All right, bars loaded for the German lifter, Julian Schnurr.
Julian Schnurr.
Taking 285 kilos for his opener. He's been competing for 9 years. So he started off very early as a sub-junior, and now he's in his final year as a junior. So probably has lots of experience.
Thank you for clapping, Marcus.
There he goes. He walks it out. He's rocking the Inzer gripper knee sleeves. Look like good depth. Smooth on the ascent. And he gets 2 white lights. He gets a red card from the right judge for depth. Now we're keeping the weight the same. 285 kilos, going right into the next lifter, Groff from Germany as well. So the 2 Germans have a similar prognosis as well, so they'll be battling out amongst each other. And it looks like Franz Groff has 6 years of competition experience. He is a mechanic, and he's opening up 10 kilos below his personal best. So he walks it out, gets set up.
Squat.
Gets the squat command from the chief referee, Bill Helmick. A little struggle at the lockout, but not too bad of a squat. And he gets 3 white lights.
Lift is good, Franz Groff. Load the bar for Benjamin Nevarez.
All right, we're loading up for our first USA lifter, Benjamin Nevarez.
Bar loaded.
290 kilos.
Texas, USA.
Benjamin is from Texas.
Goes to school at Texas A&M.
Goes to school at Texas A&M is what Gino is telling us. So Benjamin will be fighting for that podium.
Man, come on. Commit to it.
So after Benjamin goes, you're going to see on the scoreboard we have 4 lifters over 300 kilos for their opener.
Squat.
Benjamin gets the squat command.
Down, 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 go!
Nice and smooth on the way up. That looked a little close.
290 kilos.
And
Nevarez,
3 reds
high, little
for
high.
depth. Looked like he didn't just get that last little dip to get it down to
Banquet
depth.
tickets are on sale. Please see Nora
As you can see
Keller
in
in
the
the back
replay here.
entrance. Banquet tickets are on sale. $39.99.
Just cut it
Saturday
right there.
night, 7 or 8 o'clock. Please purchase your banquet tickets. See
All
Nora
right,
in
as
the
I
back.
said, now here
Banquet
comes
tickets,
the big weights.
$39.99.
Starting with Nikolai Sletness
Sletness.
with 310 kilos, just 10 kilos under his personal best.
Bar loaded.
Bars loaded. 310
For
kilos.
those who don't know, 310 kilos is 683 pounds. And we're just keep going up from there. We're going to have a couple 700-pound opening squats.
Correa, 4 out.
Here goes Nikolai. He sets it up.
Squat.
Gets the squat command. Good descent speed. Nice and easy on the way up. And 3 white lights.
3 white lights looks as good. Oliver Dahlquist.
Below on the way up now to 315 kilos for Oliver
He's from the
Dahlquist.
Sundsvall area.
He has
No?
4 years of competition experience.
That's it, go.
And he's also opening up 10 kilos below his personal best. So a lot of these
And
lifters
St.
are opening
Paul.
pretty close
Thank
to their
you.
personal best. They most likely made a lot of progress as they're still fairly new
Whoa!
to
Bars loaded, following.
competing.
Sweden.
And maybe they'll be going for personal best on both the second and third attempts here today.
He got the gold medal at the 2017 Europeans Men's Championship.
So he got the gold medal at 2017 European Championships. Now he's trying to get on that podium for the 2017 World Championships. Nice and smooth on the way up. And he gets 2 white lights. Good lift.
This is good.
The right referee gave him a red card for depth, but still got the good lift.
All right, folks.
All right, here we go. We're down to our last 2 attempts of the openers. And now we're up to 317.5 kilos, which is 700 pounds, as I said earlier. First one is Abram Guerra. He's got 8 years of experience. And he's a student researcher.
He goes to school. He is from Texas. He goes to school in College Station, Texas A&M.
He's from Texas, and he goes to Texas
He's one of the
A&M.
Fighting Aggies in Texas A&M, and he works out at
And he's
Springs,
currently
Texas. He
on the
works out at
prognosis of
Springs,
openers
Texas, but
in
goes
the
to
first place
college
position.
at Texas
We'll see how
A&M,
his opening
Fighting
squat looks
Aggies.
like. See what kind of day he's going to have.
Come on, Abe. Opening up with 700 pounds.
There he goes. Good walkout.
Squat.
Gets the squat command. He had a little bit of a wobble at the bottom, but he was able to lock it out. Get into the rack, and 3 white lights. It's a good start for him. Now we're keeping the weight the same, 317.5 kilos, 700 pounds for Michael Correa from Puerto Rico. And Michael was born in 1997, so he's one of our youngest lifters in this
Michael Correa,
junior age division,
weight,
and he's opening with the heaviest opener out of all these lifters.
hailing from Puerto
He's been
Rico,
competing for 2
being
years as an
handled by
engineering
Alex
student.
Alvarado. Bars
And
loaded.
his personal best is 310.5 kilos, and now he's opening with 317.5 kilos. He actually competed here in Orlando in the same venue at the Pan American Championships. He didn't have quite the day he wanted as he got food poisoning, lost quite a bit of weight. And with this equipment, it's important that you're maintaining your weight for the equipment to fit correctly. So he didn't have the day he wanted. He looks like he's feeling good today. We'll see how his opening squat looks like at the World Championship. sinks it. A little bit of a fight in the middle, but he was able to lock it out. And 3 white lights. Good lift from Michael.
Take it down.
This is good.
So we're done with our opening attempts of squats. Michael Correa is in first place currently with the juniors. We'll see what kind of jump he takes for a second attempt. And now our first lifter's second attempts is going to be Kawamura from Japan. He missed his opening squat, so he's going to retake it. 190 kilos. Try and get in the meat.
Bar loaded.
Bars loaded. Takumi Kawamura.
I believe he was the lifter, had a little issues at locking his knees out at the end of the squat, so we'll see if he can correct that mistake. A little stumble out of the rack, but he's able to get his feet set.
Squat.
Gets the squat command.
Rack.
Locks it out. And 3 white lights is in the meat. When you're trying to squat these maximum weights, it's very important to have an efficient walkout. Trying to waste as low energy as possible and get your stance set up the way you want.
On deck, the Silva in the hole, Guindon.
Whoa. Bill, no white. No white. No white. Green 2.
All right, so they're loading up the weight now for Simon Rasmussen. He took a 12.5 kilo jump up to 252.5 kilos, which will give him a 2.5 kilo personal best.
Bar loaded. Good thing I'm
Bars loaded.
That's okay, guy. Squat.
Here goes Simon with his second attempt squat.
Rack.
Nice easy squat. Locks it out. And 2 white lights. He gets 1 red from the front for depth. Simon's looking poised to finish with the silver medal in the sub-junior age division. The next closest lifter to him will be this lifter coming up right now, the Silva from Japan. As I mentioned before, during the opening squat, he was opening up raw with 180 kilos to stay in the meat. And now he's putting on his equipment, and he took a massive jump to 262.5 kilos. So an 82.5 kilo jump, which is about 181 pounds. And so he's looking to get that bronze medal in that age division. And you never know, with bench and deadlift still to come, he may be able to push towards that silver medal position. So here goes the Silva, walking it out. Let's see how comfortable he feels with this kind of weight jump and jumping into the equipment between the first and second attempts. Sometimes it can take a little while to get these suits set correctly. Looks like he cut it a little high, but he was able to lock it out. Let's see if the judges thought it was deep enough. And 3 red lights, as I suspected. He just couldn't get deep enough.
Daniel Guindon.
So it's possible the reason why he opened up raw was that he wasn't sure if he can execute a squat properly in the equipment, so he just wanted to stay in the meat and then see what he can do in his equipment after that. Right, so now we're loading up for Daniel Guindon, 275 kilos. He missed this on his opener, so now he's retaking it.
No, you're not Daniel Guindon. No.
We got the wrong lifter coming out. Some lifter from Japan thought it was his turn. All right, now we got the right lifter, Daniel from Canada, retaking his opener of 275 kilos. Many times when a lifter misses an opening attempt, they retake it on the second attempt to give themselves a good chance of making an attempt and staying in the meet. If you start going up in weight, then you're increasing the probability of continuing to miss attempts and bombing out of the competition. Daniel stands up with it. And he gets 3 white lights. He's in the competition.
Which is good.
All right, they're keeping the weight the same for the Japanese lifter who thought it was his turn, Takashima. So when 2 lifters are attempting the same weight, they go by lot number, which is randomly given to them prior to the start of competition. So if you have a lower lot number, like Daniel had lot number 7, and Takashima had lot number 9, so Daniel goes first, and then Takashima goes second. So that was the confusion with the Japanese lifter and coach. They didn't know that they were supposed to go second. But he's out there now. Comes up with it. Looks like the timing didn't affect him too much. 3 white lights.
Which is good.
So when you have the lower lot number, like Daniel had number 7, he gets to weigh in first, but he has to attempt the same weight first. So one lifter gets the advantage of weighing in first, and one lifter gets the advantage of being able to lift second and watch his competitor do the attempt first. So now Moises Valon from Ecuador is up. He's taking 280 kilos for his second attempt, a 20-kilo jump.
Moises Philon.
He had what I think was the fastest opening squat. So the 20-kilo jump looks like a good attempt selection for how fast his opener moved. Gets the squat command. Sinks it. Comes up nice and easy again. And he gets 2 white lights. The right referee gave him a red card for depth, but still a good lift for Moises. All right, we're taking the weight up now for Groff from Germany. 292.5 kilos, 2.5 kilos under his personal best. So he's just taking a 7.5 kilo jump
Bars loaded, Germany, Franz
from his
Groff.
opener to his second
And
attempt.
Nevarez on deck, Schnurr in the hole.
So he's taking his time right here, focusing, getting a good setup and good walkout so he can set himself up for a big squat. Nice easy walkout, gets the squat command. Comes up nice and smooth. And the judges say good lift, 2 white lights.
All right.
Again, the right referee gave a red card for depth.
Okay, Ben Nevarez. Texas A&M.
So our side referees are sitting angled
300 kilos.
quite a bit to the front of the lifter,
pounds.
almost to where a head referee would sit.
Give me a round of
So
applause for Ben.
maybe this is why we're getting a discrepancy in what the referees are looking at. But they get to position themselves wherever they feel they can watch the lifter the best. And when you have these big weights out there, right now we're taking 300 kilos for Benjamin Nevarez. You have to put 5 spotters out there, and it can be difficult to see the lifter from the side. And so these referees are choosing to sit a little more forward where the spotters won't be blocking their view. So here goes Benjamin Nevarez walking out 300 kilos, 661 pounds. He missed his opening squat of 290, decided to take a 10-kilo jump. He's having a little trouble hitting depth. He's able to come up with it easy. Let's see what the referees think. And they say no lift, 3 red cards for depth. So it looks like he's having quite a bit of difficulty hitting depth in the suit. Maybe that's why they decided to take a 10-kilo jump made of heavier weights will force him down. So maybe they'll have to take another 10-kilo jump and see if he can get depth on that 3rd attempt and stay in the competition. On projections, he was looking at the silver medal, so that would be critical team points for USA if they can go 1 and 2. So he really needs to get that 3rd squat in and stay in the competition. But now we're loading up 300 kilos as well for Schnurr from Germany. He decided to take a 15-kilo jump from his 1st to 2nd attempt squat. Good setup, gets his feet set. Gets the squat command. A little of a fight, but he's able to stand up with it, lock it out, and get 3 white lights. Good lift. All right, now they're loading the bar up for Nikolai Sletnes, who's got 5 years of competition experience. He's a student. His personal best is 320 kilos. In his 2nd attempt, he decided to go at 322.5 kilos. So this will be a new personal best for Nikolai.
Bars loaded, Nikolai Sletnes, Norway. This was good, last lift was good. The next 4 lifters are all squatting over 3.5 times their body weight. Next 4 lifters, all squatting over 3.5 times their body weight.
Squat.
Nikolai weighed in at 90.14 kilos in a 93-kilo weight class, so he's extra light. He gets a squat in. 3 white lights, good lift.
Nikolai, lift is good. Dahlquist.
All right.
This is Oliver.
Going all the way up to 325 kilos now for Dahlquist from Sweden.
Pounds.
Trying to battle it out for a podium position. He's been competing for 4 years, and this will match his personal best. So he decided to take a 10-kilo jump, match his personal best on the 2nd attempt, and then hopefully go for a new personal best on the 3rd.
Bars loaded. Oliver.
For those who don't know, 325 kilos, about 716 pounds. So for these next 3 lifts, we're looking at 700 plus pounds again. These lifters are squatting. And these are just junior lifters, 22, 23 years old, squatting over 700 pounds, weighing around 200 and 205 pounds. So 3.5 times their body weight.
Squat.
Oliver gets the squat command. Comes up with it. See what the referees think. And 2 white lights. Gets 1 red light for depth, but still a good lift.
Which is good, 2-1.
He currently has the gold medal in the squat.
Same weight.
But here comes Michael Correa taking the same weight, 325 kilos. He does weigh lighter. So if he gets this, he will have the higher ranking for the medal. And this will be about a 15-kilo personal best for Michael.
Same weight, 717 pounds.
So here comes Michael. He's been competing for just 2 years. Just 2 years, and now he's already in a world championship, trying to fight for medals. He was stuck on the rack on the walkout, but he was able to get out and get his feet set up. Gets the squat command. He's fighting it. He's fighting it. He's coming up with it. He's coming up. He just can't lock it out. All right, we'll see if he can come back and get that again on his third attempt. He was trying to fight it. Looked like he got his knees locked out, but he just couldn't get his hips locked out and stand back upright in order to get the rack command.
Ladies and gentlemen,
all right, we're on our final attempt of the second attempts. We got our USA lifter, Abram Guerra, up with 327.5 kilos.
2 pounds.
Bar loaded.
Bars loaded.
His personal best is listed as 345 kilos. So this is quite a bit underneath that.
Hold on. New clock says
Be able to get this one easy and continue on to his third attempt.
Is it on his card, Simon?
Yes, it is. Okay. New clock.
All right, new
Bar
clock.
loaded.
All right, they got the weight set up for Abram. Bars loaded for him. Here he comes.
Let's hear you. Come
Texas
on,
A&M.
Texas. Come on, let's go now, Abe.
Want this? Hit it, boy.
Abram's wearing the Titan Super Centurion squat suit and the signature golds for the knee wraps.
Squat. Knees out.
Nope.
All
Had a little
no,
trouble.
let's give him a round of applause. He'll be back.
Decided to ask the spotters to take it. Try it again on the third attempt.
Let's go to the top of the order.
All right, so that's our second attempts. We're now going into third attempts.
Here comes Takumi Kawamura.
Top of the order is going to be Kawamura from Japan, taking 200 kilos for his third attempt squat. Currently we have one lifter who doesn't have a good lift in yet, and that's Benjamin Nevarez from the USA. But everyone else is currently in the competition and now battling it out for medals in the squat and building their total.
Bar loaded.
So here comes Kawamura. He missed his opener, retook it on his second attempt, and now taking a 10-kilo jump for his third. Walks it out. Locks out his knees.
Squat.
Gets the squat command. And he locks it out. And it's a good lift. 3 white lights for Kawamura. Well, next up is De Silva, who's the lifter who opened up raw with 180 kilos. Decided to put on his suit and knee wraps for a second attempt of 262.5 kilos, but just couldn't quite get down to depth. So now he's retaking 262.5 kilos. See if he can get it down a little deeper and get a good lift.
Bar loaded.
Bars loaded. Hideki Da Silva.
So here comes De Silva. If he's able to get this lift in, he'll move him temporarily into the silver medal for the squat. So this potentially can move him from 4th place to 2nd place in the squat.
This will move him from 4 to 2.
So here he goes. Oh, had a little stumble on the rack. He's going to rack
All right,
it.
18 seconds, plenty of
He's
time.
got 15
Keep going.
seconds. Going to try and attempt again to get this walkout. Get his feet set up. He's got 10 seconds. Locks it up.
Squat.
Gets the squat command. Let's see if he can get his composure now. Stands up with it. Locks it out. I don't believe it was deep enough, but let's see what the referees say. And no,
Oh, not
3
quite
red
deep
lights,
enough. Give him a
no
round of
lift.
applause to that
Just
attempt.
wasn't deep enough. Again, just like the second attempt. just couldn't get that last inch or two to get it down to depth. So I guess it was a smart move by him opening up raw with the 180 kilos, making sure he stays in the competition. He can get points for his team and possibly medals for himself. And we're taking up now the 265 kilos for his competitor, Simon Rasmussen, who has the silver medal in the squat locked up after De Silva's miss. He took a 12.5 kilo jump from first to second and another 12.5 kilo jump from second to third.
What?
Gets the squat command. Good descent, grinds it out. Gives a little smile at the top. And he gets 3 white lights. Good lift, and he's excited. Silver medal in the squat for Simon from Denmark.
All right, Takashima Kosuke.
All right, we're taking up to 285 kilos for Takashima from Japan. Takashima and Correa are the 2 youngest lifters in the junior age division, born in 1997. Takashima also only weighed in at 89.01 kilos, so good 4 kilos or about 9 pounds under his weight class limit. So he's very young. He's going to have a few more years in the junior age division and have time to build muscle mass and fill out that weight class. Taking his time, getting his focus, getting in the zone. Nice easy walkout. He's fighting it, and he locks it out. There's a little yell at the top. And he gets 3 white lights. Good lift for Takashima. And he's excited.
All right, Guindon, Canada.
Bar loaded.
All right, bars loaded
90 kilos on
for
the bar.
Guindon from Canada with 290 kilos, which is 20 kilos over his personal best. So this would be a huge lift for him if he can get it.
He hails from Canada, being coached by Loch Nguyen.
He missed his opener. He was able to come back and get on a second. Now he's going for a new personal best.
Sit back. Squat. Sit back.
His coach is telling him to sit back, load in that suit. He's able to fight it up. Let's see what the referees think. And no lift. He gets 2 red lights for depth, 1 from the head and 1 from the right. So he was able to get his second attempt squat in. He's still in the competition. He can move on to bench press.
290 kilos, Nevarez on deck, grabbing the hole. Schnurr 4 out.
Now we're keeping the weight the same, but we got Moises Valon from Ecuador attempting this weight as a sub-junior. So he has the gold medal in the squat in the sub-junior age division. And he's in a good position to get the gold medal in the total as well. Getting himself pumped up for this final attempt of the squat. Relax it. It's taking him a few steps to get set up, but he finally gets set up to where he wants it. Gets the squat command. And another easy attempt for Moises. Let's see what the referees think. And good lift, 2 whites. Got 1 red light from the right referee on depth. But Moises able to go 3 for 3 in the squat with the gold medal in the sub-junior age division. Now we're loading up 300 kilos for Benjamin Nevarez for USA. He missed 290 on his opener, went up 10 kilos, missed 300 on his second. Now he's deciding to retake 300 on his third. He needs this lift to stay in the competition, get a chance to get on that podium, and score critical points for the USA team. So here he goes, 300 kilos, 661 pounds for Benjamin Nevarez. Let's get himself focused. He just needs to get the depth. I don't believe coming up will be an issue for him. He's got his coach there. Going to check out his depth, give him a call.
Come on, Ben.
So here he goes. Gets his 3-step walkout, locks it up. Gets the squat command. All right, Benjamin, let's see what you can do. Sinks it, drives it up, locks it out. Let's see what the referees think. And good lift, 2 white lights for Benjamin Nevarez. That was a critical squat right there. He's able to get 2 white lights, get a good lift in the squats, get in the competition. Really had to fight for that depth. His coach is calling him down, 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 getting that last little inch in. It's a big squat right there for Benjamin Nevarez. All right, we're keeping the weight the same for Franz Groff from Germany, 6 years of experience. He's deciding to take 300 kilos as well. All the attempts from here on to the end are going to be over 300 kilos.
Squat!
Gets the squat command. Came out of the bottom, about halfway got stuck and just had no gas to finish it. So no lift for Franz, but he was able to get the second attempt at 292.5 kilos in. All right, we're going up to 305 kilos for Franz's teammate, Julian, whose personal best is 295 kilos, so this would be a 10 kilo PB for him.
Julian Schnurr, Great Germany.
He weighed in at 90.30 kilos, so another lifter who has quite a bit of room to fill out the weight class. All right, here comes Julian. Got about 30 seconds left on the clock as he gets out there. So let's see if he can set up in time. Gets his feet set. Gets the squat command. Fights it. And was able to lock it out. Let's see what the referees think. And that's 3 white lights. Good lift for Julian. Julian was able to go 3 for 3 on squats, ending with that 305 kilo squat, which is a 10 kilo PB for him. All right, we're loading up for Michael Correa from Puerto Rico. He missed 325 on his second attempt. He's retaking it now on his third attempt. And these last 4 lifters are going to be battling out for the medals in the squat. This attempt right here by Michael, if he makes it, we'll move him temporarily into the gold medal position in the squat based on body weight. So Dahlquist from Sweden has 325, but he weighs about 1.7 kilos more. So Michael will get the medal by being the lighter lifter. And let's see what Mike can do. Locks it up. Oh, he gets a little stumble. See if he can get himself set up. Let's see if he can get himself focused, recover. Drives it up, driving it. Oh, just can't lock it out. Well, that was a good try by Michael. No
All
lift.
right, he didn't quite get the knee locked
He was able to get his
didn't
knees
quite
locked
get
out, but
deep enough.
he
Give him
just
a
couldn't
round of
get those
applause.
hips locked out and
Blue
get
card or
upright
red card?
in order
Knee
to get
locked out
that
is
rack
dead.
command. So you
Here
see in the
goes Alex.
replay, he just couldn't get his hips through and get upright. He's just too leaned over. So
All right, here he comes.
that's what
We
the
got
referees were
Carrera.
calling him. Both
We
his
got
second and
Abram
third attempt, he just
Guerra,
couldn't finish
Dogfish and
the squat.
Sletness.
Center it.
All right, so now we got Abram Guerra from USA retaking 327.5 kilos on his third attempt.
Iman, just for good measure, they're going to tag team them over at the jury
Bar
table.
running.
Bars loaded, Abram
All
Guerra.
right, so if Abram can get this, he'll move into the gold medal in the squat.
Come on, let me hear you,
All right,
Aggies.
here comes
Come on,
Abram.
Texas. Give him a round of applause.
Currently the fourth position, so this will move him from out of the medals into the gold medal position. He can execute on this third attempt. $327.5 kilos. There are no more red plates in the racks. He's squatting all the red plates they have here for him.
Go with it. Go with it.
Goes down the squat. Comes up nice and easy. Let's see what the referees think.
722 pounds.
And two white lights. Good lift for Abram.
Go, Aggies.
He got one red card for depth, but good lift. That moved him up into that gold medal in the squat currently with two lifters left.
Thank you,
So
Blake.
he's guaranteed at least a bronze medal. Let's see what he ends up with these last two attempts. The next one being 330 kilos for Dahlquist from Sweden, who has 4 years competition experience.
Bars loaded, all
Personal
right,
best of 325, which is what he matched on his second attempt. So now he's going for a new personal best, 330 kilos, 727.5 pounds.
He got the gold medal at the
All right,
2017
yelling,
European
getting himself
Championship.
jacked up for his
Junior
final
category.
attempt.
Silver medal in the 2016 championship. World Juniors, that is, in Polska.
He got silver medal in the total last year. Let's see what he can do this year. Here goes Oliver.
Squat.
Gets the squat command. Oh, comes up nice and easy. Locks out those knees. Gives a little scream. And it's two white lights. Good lift for Oliver, and he's excited. He's now moved into the gold medal for the squat with one lift left in the squats. And that final lift is 332.5 kilos for Nikolai Sletness from Norway. So we currently got Sweden in first, USA in second, but Norway left. Try and bump them both down, take that gold medal in the squat. We had a good battle here, finishing off the squats in the 93 kilo junior class.
3.7 times his
This is
body
3.7 times his body weight.
That's
As a 23-year-old lifter. Here he goes. Three-step walkout, locks it up,
Squat.
gets the squat command. And he fights it, and he locks it out, gives a little smile at the top. Let's see what the referees think. And they say 3 white lights, and he's excited. So Norway bumps all the way up to first place, gold medal in the squat with 332.5 kilos. Then Oliver from Sweden, second place, 330 kilos. And then Abram Guerra from USA, and the bronze medal with 327.5 kilos. So, since we have one flight, we're going to take a 20-minute break, and we will come back with the bench press. All right, folks, we are back here at the 17th World Sub-Junior and 35th World Junior Powerlifting Championships, 93 kilo weight class. We are now going into the bench press. Now, we had some opener changes that I saw going to the scoring table for the bench press, and it looks like we have a little bit of a battle in the junior age division for the podium spot between second place, third place, and even fourth place currently on prognosis. So if you look at the scoreboard, we have second place from Norway, Nikolai, at 820, and also at third place, we have a Benjamin Nevarez at 820. So when they total the same, it goes by the lighter body weight. So that's going to be a battle at the end going into deadlift. It'll be critical to make some bench press attempts and build that total going into deadlift.
Come on, hurry up, dude.
In the sub-junior age division, we have quite a bit of gap between the lifters, as you see, with Ecuador being in first with a 720 kilo prognosis. So here we go with our first attempt of bench press. We have Da Silva from Japan taking 90 kilos, which is 198 pounds. Again, he looks to be opening up raw, just like he did in the squat. And then we'll see if he puts on a bench shirt going into his second attempt. Nice, easy opener for him.
90 kilos, 198 pounds.
And that's 3 white lights, good lift. So we'll see if he comes back second attempt with a big jump, putting on the bench shirt, seeing if he can maybe push towards second place, depending on what kind of jumps he takes. So if he's just going to lock up that bronze medal. All right, we're loading up now to 110 kilos for Da Silva's teammate, Takumi Kawamura from Japan.
110 kilos. On deck is Correa. No, bars loaded in the whole Takashima.
So here comes Kawamura. He is wearing a bench shirt, which is allowed in the open division. In the raw classic division is not allowed. You just wear a t-shirt and a singlet. In both divisions, you're allowed to have the wrist wraps, the belt, and knee sleeves if you want to for the bench press.
Start.
He gets the start command, brings it down, presses it up, locks it out, and it's a good lift, 3 white lights. In the bench press, we have 3 commands: start, press, and rack. In order to get that start command, you need to have your head, shoulders, and butt on the bench, and you need to have your feet flat on the ground, and then the elbows locked out. That's when you get the start command, and then you can bring the bar down to your torso. Once the bar is motionless on the torso, you get the press command, and you get to return back to that finish position of the elbows locked out before you get the rack command. From that start command to that rack command, those body parts that I mentioned must remain in their position. So the head, shoulders, and butt must remain on the bench, and the feet must remain flat on the ground. So here comes Michael Correa from Puerto Rico, attempting a 155 kilo bench press for his opener. Michael was able to get his first squat in, but had a little trouble locking out his second and third attempts. So let's see how he does in the bench press. He's got a bench shirt on, but no belt on. Well, it looks like he loses his groove in the shirt and wasn't able to lock it out, so he'll come back and get that. As I mentioned, he wasn't wearing a bench belt to hold down his bench shirt. This typically allows the bench shirt to slide up, make it a little easier to touch. So some lifters will do this for their opening attempt, so they're able to touch and get an easy attempt in before they try and push it for the bigger weights. So he just had a little technical issue with his bar path and keeping his elbows under the bar. So we'll see if he can come back and get done his second attempt. So a lifter like Takashima here from Japan is wearing a belt, so that belt holds down the shirt in place. And then it's going to make it a little more difficult to touch, but he can then get more out of it and push some bigger numbers.
Start. Press.
Nice easy opener for Takashima.
Chip.
And that's 3 white lights. Good lift.
Bar loaded.
Lift is
All right.
good. Bars loaded.
We
Simon
got the same
Berg.
weight for Simon Rasmussen from Denmark in the sub-junior age division.
Floor.
165 kilos, 363 pounds.
Okay.
165 on the bar.
Bars and lowers are wiping down
Wait a
the
second.
platform
Step
for him.
back. Step back.
Making sure all the
Simon.
bay
Sorry about
powder
that. We'll give you a
and
new
chalk
clock.
New clock.
New clock, Sasha.
or any other debris off the platform so that these
Bars loaded.
lifters
Here
can get
comes
their feet
Simon.
set, everything tight, and have nothing slip on them. The last thing you want as a lifter is to miss an attempt due to a bad equipment, dust on the floor, or anything like that. You want to be, you just weren't strong enough that day to make that attempt. So Simon let the lift-off man know how he wants his lift-off. He gets set up, getting a nice big arch. And this arch is allowed as long as what I said earlier, the head, shoulders, and butt remain on the bench the entire time.
Press.
So he presses it up,
Right.
locks it out, and gets 3 white lights. Good lift.
This is good. Loaded up for Daniel Guindon.
Loading up for Daniel Guindon from Canada, 175 kilos, 385 pounds. Personal best is 185 kilos, so he's opened up just 10 kilos under his personal
175
best.
on the bar.
Got 2 years of competition experience, so fairly new to powerlifting.
Start.
All right, gets a start command. Takes it down to his chest. Oh, and that was an easy opener. That thing flew up. And 3 white lights. Good lift for Daniel.
Which is good.
We're taking the weight up to 200 kilos, which is 440 pounds.
Bar loaded.
Bars loaded for Julian
Schnurr,
Schnurr
200 kilos.
from Germany.
On deck, Philon in the whole
His
grab.
personal
For
best is listed as
Dogfish.
200 kilos, so he's opening up with his personal best and hoping to set up a new personal best on his second and third attempt. So let's see what Julian can do on his opening bench. Like some of his competitors, he's choosing not to wear his belt on his opening bench.
Start. Press.
Nice easy descent,
Rack.
smooth on the way up, locks it out, and it's 3 white lights. Good lift for Julian.
Was loaded. Moises, Ecuador.
Now we're staying with the 200 kilos. For the next lifter, Moises Valon from Ecuador in the sub-junior division will be taking
Safety racks higher.
the heaviest bench press attempt for openers in that sub-junior division. Moises also only has 2 years of competition experience, so also new to the sport. Personal best is listed as 180 kilos, and he's opening up at 200. So he's opening up 20 kilos over his personal best, so these must have made quite a bit of progress since whenever he hit that 180 bench. These young lifters can progress quite fast. So their personal best always don't show what they're capable of at a big time competition like this.
Start. Press.
Nice smooth opener for Moises. And the referee say 3 white lights, a good lift.
This is good. Franz Groff, Germany, 210.
All right, next lift will be Franz Groff, another German lifter, taking 210 kilos, 463 pounds for his opening bench press. His personal best listed as 220 kilos, so just 10 kilos under his personal best. He's been competing for 6 years.
Bar loaded.
Bars loaded.
All right, bars loaded for Franz. Let's see what he can do for his opening bench press. We'll see some of these lifters have some kind of white marks on the back of their singlet, and that is chalk that they place there to help with creating friction between what they are wearing and the bench press, so they avoid sliding in the bench press, especially when you drive the legs and you're pressing off the chest. You don't want to slide and lose that energy. So that was a nice, easy opener for Franz. The referee say 3 white lights, good lift.
Hold the bar up for Oliver Dahlquist.
All right, next up is Oliver Dahlquist from Sweden, taking 217.5 kilos for his opening bench. His personal best is listed as 222.5 kilos, so he's opening just 5 kilos under his personal best. And Oliver's been competing for 4 years. So Oliver's explaining to the liftoff man how he wants it. In the IPF, the spotters and loaders give the liftoff. So the lifter is allowed to ask the spotters and loaders how he wants a liftoff, or if he doesn't want to lift off, he can tell him he doesn't want to lift off and do it themselves. So we have the chief referee up there checking out his grip, as you are only allowed a certain maximum allowable width for the grip in the bench press. So there are these rings on the bar called the power rings that are 81 centimeters apart. So here goes Oliver, presses it up, and you have to cover those rings. You can't go any wider than that, or it's an illegal grip, and the referees will tell you to replace the bar in the rack and bring your grip in. So that's what the chief referee was looking for, making sure that the grip with being used was legal. All right, next lifter is Nikolai Sletnes from Norway.
230 kilos.
He's opening with 230 kilos, when his personal best is 232.5. So he's opening up just 2.5 kilos under his personal best, and he has 5 years of competition experience. All right, let's see what Nikolai can do with his opening bench press. He will be battling it out for podium finish in the total for the junior age division. So for these lifters, very critical, get their openers in so they can go up, start building that total, try and move up the podiums for that gold first place position. So he touches. Oh, nice easy press. That was a very good looking bench press. 3 white lights, good lift for Nikolai. He's excited. Very good technique. Nice easy opener. Let's see what he takes next.
Bars loaded, Benjamin Nevarez. Safety racks on 4, please. Thank you.
All right. Next lifter, taking the same weight, 230 kilos, is Benjamin Nevarez from USA. He had a little trouble with his squat. Couldn't get depth on his first and second attempt. Was able to come back, get on his third attempt, stay in the meet. So let's see what he can do now in the bench press. See if he can build some momentum off that third attempt squat, going in through the bench press into the deadlift, as he's also fighting for podium placing in the junior age division. Prognosis right now, if you look at the score sheet, he would be 3rd place. He's only 10 kilos behind Nikolai from Norway. So it'll be a close battle. And he's got a big deadlift. So here he goes. Touches. Tries it back. It's a bit of a fight, but he was able to lock it out. Referees say 3 white lights, good lift. Didn't look as good compared to the opener for some of his competitors, but at least he was able to get a good lift, which is better than how he started in squat. So he's improving throughout this competition. All right, we're going to our final first attempt. 250 kilos for Avram Guerra. His personal best is 255 kilos, so he's opening just 5 kilos under that. But he's opening up 20 kilos above his next highest competitor. So that's a big bench press opener for Abram.
Bar loaded.
Bars loaded.
All right, getting focused, getting down there. Appears like his rack height is wrong, so He's going to have spotters drop it down for him. If it's the lifter's mistake, they wrote the wrong thing on the card and they want to change it, it's on their 60-second clock to get it changed. So his clock is still going. He's down in 30 seconds now. If it's a mistake on the spotters and loaders and it wasn't at the correct rack height that was listed, then they restart the clock to 60 seconds. So he's down in 20 seconds now. Let's see what Abram can do. All right, gets the start command in time. Able to touch, nice and easy. Lock it out. Looks like there may have been a little up and down. Let's see what the referees think. And yep, he gets 2 red lights. Number 2 blue cards means up and down motion on the bar. So the bar can slow down, the bar can stop, but it cannot go back down. So if you're looking at the replay, you'll see he touches fine, pops off his chest, and then has a little dip down before he goes back up on that. Especially on the right side, you can see he comes down before he locks it out. So the chief referee and the right side referee were able to see that dip on the right side. And so it's a no lift. Maybe we'll have to come back and get that in the second attempt. So we only had 2 lifters miss their openers as we now go into our second attempts for bench press, starting with Kawamura from Japan, taking 120 kilos for his second attempt.
One red, 1 blue, and a 2.
He's looking at the next lift.
Oh, okay.
That's the spars and loaders are loading up 120 kilos, 264 pounds as we go into our second attempt.
Red, blue, 2. All right.
I don't know, man. I never make mistakes until you're up here.
Bar loaded.
And that's a bars loader for Kawamura. Here he comes.
kilos.
Kawamura is battling it out with his teammate, Da Silva, for that 3rd and 4th place for the individual medals and as well as the total.
Start.
Gets the start command. Brings it down to his chest nice and easy. Drives it back.
Right.
And the referees say 3 white lights. Good lift for Kawamura.
This is good.
All right, now comes his teammate who he's competing against, Da Silva. I'm looking over and it looks like he's got a bench shirt on. So he opened up with 90 kilos raw, then took a jump up to 135 kilos, put his bench shirt on, just like he did in the squat. So let's see what he can do now. In the squat, he got his first attempt in, that was raw, but was not able to get a second or third attempt in the squat suit and knee wrap. So let's see if he can improve on that in the bench press and able to get a second or third attempt bench in. He's getting focused. He's got plenty of time on the clock. Get focused, get set up. You want to get the shoulders nice and tight. Drive them into that bench. Then drive the feet into the ground and get a nice base to press off of. You want to be nice and stable so you can able press a lot of weight. So these lifters have their own process of getting set up, getting their shoulders tight, getting their feet flat, driving to the ground so they can execute their attempts properly. So here goes Da Silva. Drives it back to his head. He's fighting it. See if he can get that right elbow locked. It looks like he locked it out. Gets the rack command. The referees say 2 white lights, good lift, and he's excited that he's able to get second attempt in. He ran off there happy. Get his second attempt in.
Michael Correa.
He got 1 blue card. Looks like maybe side judge saw a little up and down on the bar. Still got a good lift, so we're moving on now. Michael Correa from Puerto Rico, retaking 155 kilos for his second attempt. He missed this one. Just fell out of his normal groove on the opener, so let's see if he can execute his technique better. So here comes the chief referee again, telling him he's got an illegal grip width. It's too wide. He needs to bring it in, cover that power ring,
Start.
So let's see what he can do.
Press.
Nice easy touch. Let's see if he can stay in his grasp. Keep the elbows under. There he goes. Keeps the elbows underneath the bar. Drives back towards his shoulders. Locks it out. And he gets 3 white lights. Good lift. He's still in the competition.
All right, let's have Kosuke Takashima. Moipan Takashima. Moipan. Kiaida.
All right, we're taking it up to 170 kilos for Takashima from Japan.
Bars loaded.
He just took a 5 kilo jump from first to second attempt.
All right.
So
Rasmussen's up next.
Takashima was talking to that
in the hole.
liftoff man,
Schnurr 4 out.
just in case he forgot who he was and how he likes his liftoff. He reminds him on the second attempt so he can get a quality liftoff where he can maintain his tightness and he can execute his temp properly. The liftoff man is, or woman is important to the bench press as they can really mess you up if they pull the shoulders out of position. Takashima is able to drive it, lock it out, and get a good lift. 2 for 2 on the bench press thus far.
This is good.
We'll see if Takashima has any more left in him for that third attempt. For now, we're going up to 172.5 kilos, which is a 2.5 kilo PB for Simon Rasmussen from Denmark.
Guindon on deck.
And he appears to be getting the silver medal in bench press in the sub-junior age division with his 165 kilo opener. So from here on out, he's just trying to go for some personal bests.
Press.
Drives it up, locks it out. The referees say 3 white lights. Good lift for Simon. So personal best on a second attempt. And he can try and go for another one on the third.
Canada, 187.5.
All right, we're going up to 187.5 kilos, which will be another personal best for Daniel Guindon from Canada. This will be a 2.5 kilo personal best for Daniel.
Bones loaded.
You can see his coach there behind that yellow line. It's the coach's box. So one coach is allowed to go there, communicate with the athlete, let him know what to do, give him his cues. So he's got his coach, Lock Nguyen, in the coach's box. It's a good bencher, giving him all his cues, making sure he can execute his lifts.
Press.
Oh, now it's easy second attempt for Daniel.
Which is good.
And good lift.
Right there. Front row.
Now we're going to 207.5 kilos now. 457 pounds for Julian Schnurr from Germany. His personal best is listed as 200 kilos. So he opened up with his personal best, and now he's going for a 7.5 kilo PB. Let's see what Julian can do. He looks focused, poised to hit the second attempt.
Germany, Schnurr. Up next, Valon in the hole, Dogfish.
Start.
All right, he gets the start command.
Press.
Presses it up, and he just couldn't get it. Had a little pop off the chest, but he couldn't quite drive it back to his shoulders and lock out those elbows. We'll see if they can make any little adjustments to the shirt, help him come back and get that on his third attempt. In the meantime, we got the 210 kilos from Moises Philon from Ecuador. He's got the heaviest bench press in the sub-junior age division by quite a bit, almost 40 kilos above his next competitor. So he has the gold medal in the bench press locked up, just like he got the gold medal in the squat. Now he's just going to build his total. it down.
Press.
Drives it back.
Rack.
And gets it locked out. Not too bad for Moises. 3 white lights. Good lift.
Lift is good. 3 white lights.
4 reds.
All right, we're taking up to 225 kilos. That's 496 pounds for Oliver Dahlquist from Sweden.
Bar loaded.
This will be a 2.5 kilo personal best for Oliver. And Team Sweden's here in the crowd cheering him on for a new personal best. Gives a little instructions to the liftoff man. Here he goes. Gets the bar out.
Start.
Gets the start command.
Press.
Good descent. Drives it back to the shoulders. Gets the elbows underneath. Locks it out. Gives a little shout. And that's 2 white lights. Good lift for Oliver. Got a yellow card from the left side. See if we can take a look at the replay. See what he saw.
Bar loaded.
Benjamin Nevarez, 235.
Looks like the butt was down, feet were flat.
518.1 pounds.
Not sure what the referee saw. We don't have the view from the left side. But it was still a good lift for Oliver. 2.5 kilo personal best. All right, next up is Benjamin Nevarez. Took a 5 kilo jump from 230 to 235 kilos. Let's see if you can build some momentum in the bench press. Try and make 2 or 3 attempts.
Start.
There he goes. Benjamin's coach tell him big chest. Trying to keep that belly up. See if he can lock out that right elbow. He's trying.
Rack.
And just couldn't quite get that right elbow to lock out. So it's going to be a no lift for Benjamin. We'll see if he can come back and get that on his 3rd attempt. He's going to need every kilo he needs for the battle that is the 93 kilo junior class.
240 kilos.
2nd, 3rd, and 4th place are within 10 kilos of each other. So that can be easy ground to make up in the deadlift. So they really need to get as many kilos as they can in the bench press. Next up, Nikolai from Norway, taking 240 kilos, which is a 10 kilo jump from his 1st and 2nd attempt. He'll be battling it out for the podium as well. So let's see if he can get these 10 kilos in. Try and pull away from these other lifters.
Start.
Coaches tell him to control it down.
Press.
Follow the right bar path. Drive it up over the shoulders. And the referees say 3 white lights. Good lift. Nikolai is excited.
The bar is loaded.
He's having fun out there.
Germany, 240 kilos to the big German.
All right, here comes Franz Groff from Germany. Took a huge jump from 210 kilos on the opener to 240 kilos now for the 2nd attempt. The biggest jump we have. So let's see if this 30 kilo jump pays off for him. He tries to move up the rankings and try and go for a medal in the bench press.
Start.
Well, looks like he may have lifted his head up a little bit. Having some difficulty touching.
Press.
He's able to touch. Tries to press it. Couldn't keep his elbows underneath the bar. Just lost his position. No lift.
Way to go, spotters and loaders.
So we'll see if Franz can come back. Try and execute a little better. Keep his elbows underneath the bar. And get that 240 kilo bench press in. All right, next up, Abram Guerra from USA. He's one of 2 lifters who missed his opening bench press. So he's retaking 250 kilos for his 2nd attempt. Try and stay in the competition and get that gold medal. If he gets this, his prognosis still keeps him in first place. So critical for him to make a bench, stay in the competition, try and get that gold medal.
His body weight.
Aaron's getting his feet set just right, exactly where he wants it. Wants to have everything perfect, execute this lift. Getting the shoulders up tight. And that chest up. Gets the start command. Brings it down to his torso, drives it up. See if he can push it back, lock it out, locks it out. Let's see what the referees say. And they say 3 white lights, good lift. Abram is into the competition now, still in position to win that gold medal. All right, that's our second attempts. We're now taking the weight down, going to the third attempts of bench press, starting with Kawamura from Japan with 125 kilos, 275 pounds.
Go ahead and wipe the bench off.
Billy.
Get the bench.
So wait for Abram to put in his third attempt. Looks like we're going to have a battle for medals in the bench press in the junior division, as Abram currently has the gold, Nikolai has the silver, and Oliver, Benjamin Nevarez with the bronze. So those 3, as well as Oliver from Sweden, will be battling it out for a bench press medal.
Da Silva on deck, Correa in the hole, Takashima 4 out.
All right, so here goes Kawamura.
Start.
Here's the start command. Controls it down. Drives it back toward his shoulders. Let's see if that right side can come. See if he can lock out that right hand. Locks it out. Referees say no lift, 3 reds. You got 2 blue cards, up and down. You also got a yellow card. Possibly his head came up. Looks like in the replay, his feet slipped as well. So his feet slipped, lost his balance. Maybe that caused a little downward motion that the referee saw. So no lift for Kawamura, but he was able to get his first and second attempt in, ending with 120 kilos. So now his teammate, Da Silva, is going to take 137.5 kilos. Just a 2.5 kilo jump from his second to third attempt. And we're down to 30 seconds, and we don't see Da Silva. So it looks like he may be passing on his third attempt. We still run the 60-second clock because he turned an attempt in. And we want to give time for the other lifters, as there's only 13 lifters, 1 flight. So it's going fairly quick. So any little break they can get, it will certainly take. And we're down to 3, 2, 1. So Da Silva will time out. He'll take his second attempt of 135 kilos, which gives him the bronze medal in the bench press, and he'll move on to the deadlift. All right, so we're taking up to 162.5 kilos for this man, Michael Correa from Puerto Rico, one of the youngest lifters in the junior division. Only been competing for 2 years, but he's battling it out with these other experienced lifters at the Junior World Championship.
Bars loaded.
All right, so here comes Michael. He missed his opener, was able to come back and get on his second attempt. Now he's taking a 7.5 kilo jump for his third attempt. As I mentioned before, Michael competed here just a month or 2 ago at the Pan American Championships. Didn't have quite the performance he wanted, so he's back here again, looking to improve on that.
Press.
He's driving it back, locking it out, locks the left side, locks the right side, gets the rack command. Referees say 3 white lights, good lift for Michael Correa. He's able to stay patient with that one, keep his elbows under the bar, just keep squeezing, blocking out those elbows. And able to get 2 good attempts in on the bench press. Improvement on his squat. So that builds some momentum going into the deadlift. All right, here comes Takashima from Japan, taking a 2.5 kilo jump from his second and third attempt for 172.5 kilos. So Takashima is also one of our youngest lifters. So he will be here at the junior championship for years to come, trying to work his way up in placing each year. So he drives it up, nice and easy, locks it out, and gets a good lift, 2-1. 1 yellow card from the head judge. Taking the weight up to 180 kilos for Simon Rasmussen from Denmark. He has the silver medal in the sub-junior division locked up. So he decided to take a 7.5 kilo jump again, second and third attempt. Let's see what he can do. Getting those shoulders nice and tight. Gets the start command. Brings it down. Drives it back to his shoulders. Keeps those elbows underneath it. Locks it out. Referees say 3 white lights. Good lift.
3 white lights.
And he's excited. Jogs off the platform. Gives his coach a double high five. We went 3 for 3 in the bench press, finishing off with a silver medal. Now we're taking up to 195 kilos. For Daniel, it's going to be a 10 kilo personal best for him if he can execute this attempt. He did 187.5 in his second attempt, which is a 2.5 kilo PB for him. Now he's trying to bump it up further. Let's see what Daniel can do. Coach yelling to keep his chest up.
Chest up, elbows.
So he can touch more easily. Drives it back. Just can't quite lock it out. Just couldn't get those triceps. Push through, lock out those elbows. So he'll be credited with a second attempt bench press, 187.5 kilos. All right. Taking up to 207.5 kilos for Julian Schnurr from Germany. He missed this weight in his second attempt. He's retaking it, trying to come back, making his third attempt, which will give him a 7.5 kilo personal best. All right, here goes Julian. Let's see if he can execute this one. Touches well. Drives it back to the shoulders, driving it back. Right side's going. See if the left side can follow. Locks it out. Let's see if they say that right elbow is locked out. And no, he gets 3 red lights. Got the blue cards. Looks like he had a little up and down there. Maybe they were saying his right elbow wasn't locked out either at the very end. So he misses a second and third. Credited with his opening bench, 200 kilos, which tied his personal best. All right, we're moving on. Moises Valon from Ecuador, 217.5 kilos.
Ecuador.
Took a 7.5 kilo jump. He's got the heaviest bench press in the sub-junior division. Already have the gold medal locked up. Just taking a third attempt, trying to build that total. All right, here goes Moises. Gets the bar handed out to him. Gets a start command. Touches, drives it back, locks it out. Referees say three red lights, blue cards for up and down, no lift. He'll be credited with second attempt, 210 kilos, and the gold medal bench press, as I said earlier. All right, taking up 230 kilos, 507 pounds. So these last 5 lifters will be going over 500 pounds. Starting with Oliver Dahlquist, 230 kilos. It's going to be a personal best for him right here. This won't move him into the medals for the bench press, but it'll keep him in the fight in the total for the podium. So he needs to get this. It's 5 kilos to make the difference going into deadlift. So here goes Oliver from Sweden. Nice and controlled descent. Drives it back to his shoulders. Locks out the left side. Locks out the right side. Gets the rack command. Referees say 3 white lights, good lift, and he's excited. He's excited. He knew that 5 kilos would be critical coming to end this competition with how close these lifters are and the prognosis totals. All right, bumping up to 235 kilos for Benjamin Nevarez from the USA. He missed his 235 in the second attempt. Decided to retake it for his third attempt. Let's see if they made any adjustments to his shirt. See if he can lock his technique in. Able to come back and get this attempt.
The whole USA for Groff and Guerra.
Currently has the bronze medal in the bench press with 3 more lifters to come. We'll see if he can hold on to that position from his competitors. Franz Groff from Germany, we're looking to try and take that podium spot in the bench press from one of these other lifters. Benjamin takes his time, getting set up. Everything nice and tight. He's got 10 seconds left. Gets the start command. Controls it down. And let's see if he can drive it back. See if he can keep his elbows underneath. Lock it out. That looked good. Gets the rack command. Referees say 3 white lights. Good lift. Great job for Benjamin. Come back after missing his second attempt, getting it on his third attempt.
45 on the bar.
Now we're going up to 245 kilos for Nikolai Sletnes from Norway. Took a 5 kilo jump from his second to third attempt. He's currently the silver medal in bench, trying to fight off the other lifters like Franz Groff from Germany from stealing a medal from him.
We're not over yet.
So here goes Nikolai. Been executing his benches very well. Good touch, drives it back. That look again. Great technique from Nikolai here. Gets 3 white lights, and he's happy. He's loving the bench press.
Bars loaded for Franz.
So let's see if he can hold on
Same way
to a bench press medal. But here comes Franz Groff from Germany, who took that 30 kilo jump from first to second attempt, missed it, now decided to take another 5 kilo jump to 245 kilos for his third attempt. So he's currently 5th place in the bench press, trying to get up into the top 3 with this bench press right here. So let's see what he can do. Was having trouble touching on his second. Went up 5 kilos. Got it off the chest. Just couldn't lock it out. So No lift for Franz. Ends up with his 210 kilo opener.
All right, here comes the gold
Fifth place in the bench press.
Gold medalist in the bench.
So here comes Abram Guerra, USA.
This is
Missed 250 on his
Abram
opener. Came back, got on his second. Now taking a 7.5 kilo jump to 257.5 kilos. So he already has the gold medal in the bench press locked up. So he's just taking the 7.5 kilo jump. Build that total since he's projected to be first place in the total. So he's trying to keep these other lifters from gaining any ground on them.
Kick up, Aggies. All right. It's a little better.
Dig in.
All right, get his shoulders in. It's a nice big arch. Gets the start command. Brings it down nice and controlled. Drives it back to the shoulders. Let's see if he can get it. Got that right elbow locked out. Referees say, good lift, 2-1.
20 minutes on the clock. We'll be back with the
So
deadlift.
Abram Guerra in the juniors gets the gold medal in the bench press. Nikolai Sletness from Norway gets the silver, and Oliver Dahlquist from Sweden gets the bronze. And in the sub-juniors, we had Moises Philon with the gold, Simon Rasmussen with the silver, and the Silva from Japan with the bronze. So we're going to take another 20-minute break now before we go into the deadlifts. It's going to be quite the battle in that junior age division. From first to fourth place, anything can happen going to deadlifts for the placing. See you soon. All right, folks, we're back here at the 93 kilo weight class of the 17th World Sub Junior and 35th World Junior Powerlifting Championships. The bar is on the ground, and we are ready for the deadlift. Well, we have quite the battle in the junior age division. As you see, we have Guerra from USA currently in first, Sletnes from Norway in second, and Dogfish in third place from Sweden. But the difference between second, third, and fourth on openers is only 10 kilos. So we'll see a lot of strategy between these coaches when it comes to attempt selection to see if they can move up the podium. So here we go. First lifter is Kawamura from Japan with 200 kilos, 440 pounds. He's in the sub-junior age division, currently in the bronze medal position, trying to fight his teammate, Da Silva. He locks it out, gets the down command. Referees say 3 white lights, good lift. So in the deadlift, there's only one command. You go up to the bar when they say bar is loaded, you set up how you want, you pull the bar, and once you're locked out the top, knees locked out, standing upright with the shoulders back, the head referee gives you a down command and you bring the bar down. That's it, just a down command. All right, so we're loading up for 230 kilos for Takashima from Japan, who's in the junior age division. So bars loaded for Takashima. He can come out, set up with a conventional stance, which is the feet inside the hands, or as you see the sumo stance, where the feet are outside the hands, and he can pull the bar whenever he is ready. So he gets set up, he's using a mixed grip, pulls the bar, locks it out, then gets the down command and has to control the bar back down to the ground. And referees say 3 white lights, good lift. We're keeping the weight the same for Moises Philon from Ecuador, 230 kilos, 507 pounds. Moises looks poised to win the gold medal in the sub-junior age division, as he's almost 50 kilos above his next competitor. So as long as he gets this in, he will have pretty much locked up the gold medal today. So Moises using a conventional stance. Nice and easy lockout. Brings it down. Good lift. And he looks like he's going to be the gold medal in the sub-juniors currently with a 730 kilo total. All right, we're taking up 237.5 kilos for Daniel Guindon from Canada. Personal best is 265, so he's opening well underneath that. Should be a nice, easy opener for him, and he can build up from there going into the second and third attempts. So here goes Daniel. Nice and easy for Daniel. Good lift.
You know who that was, right? You know Marcus, right? The girls know.
All right, Spars are loading it up to 240 kilos for Simon Rasmussen from Denmark, who will get the second place in the sub-junior age division. He can get this lift. Open up 5 kilos under his personal best. Here comes Simon.
On deck to Silva in the whole Sletnes from Norway.
So if he pulls this opener deadlift, it'll give him a 685 kilo total, which will be about 120 kilos above his next competition. So he should have the silver medal locked up. A little trouble locking it out, but he's able to lock it out. Get the down command, and good lift for Simon. All right, we're taking it up to 250 kilos. This will be the heaviest opener in the sub-junior age division for Da Silva from Japan.
All right. Bars loaded for Hideki, Japan.
All right, bars loaded for Hideki Da Silva. 250 kilos, 551 pounds. This will bump him up into the gold medal deadlift in that sub-junior age division. And looks like Da Silva's wearing his squat suit for the deadlift.
All right, he'll be back. Give him a round of applause.
He had a little issue. Looks like he had a little up and down. Couldn't get the bar up. But we'll see if he come back, get a better setup, and get that lift in. Stay in the meet. Try and fight for deadlift and total medals. All right, taking up 257.5 kilos for Nikolai Sletnes from Norway. He's opening up 20 kilos under his personal best. So this should be a nice, easy opener for him.
Bars loaded, Nikolai Sletnes.
So for these lifters, they only had a 20-minute break between squat and bench before bench press, and then another 20-minute break between bench and deadlift. So fast-moving competition. Want to open up easy, especially when you're in a battle over here for second, third place, and then build up from there with the second and third attempt. So there you go, nice and easy. Like I said, 20 kilos on his personal best. So that flew up, good lift in the competition, and now he can start making his move, holding off his competitors for the podium placings.
All right, here comes Franz.
All right, so here comes Franz Groff from Germany, taking 260 kilos with a personal best of 285. So again, well below his personal best for his opening deadlift at the Junior World Championships.
All right, he lost the balance. He'll be
Came
back
up nice and easy, lost his balance at the top, stumbled back, dropped it. So it's going to be a no lift. So we'll see if he can come back, execute it better
Puerto Rico.
on his second attempt. Meanwhile, Michael Correa is taking the same weight in Puerto Rico. Started off a little rough, only getting one squat in, but built some momentum in the bench press. Let's see how he does in deadlift. Nice, easy opener for Michael. Gets the down command.
3
and two white lights.
What did he drop the barbell?
One yellow card from the head referee saying that he brought it down a little too quick for the down command.
Really, what did he beat the down command?
But got a good lift. We move on to the next lifter, Oliver Dahlquist, opening with 270 kilos. Their personal best of 285 kilos. And Oliver's fighting for that podium. With this opener, we'll put him third place. And then he can start trying to move up into that second place position. All right, here goes Oliver. Using the sumo stance. Nice and easy. Well built for deadlift. Nice low lockout. 3 white lights. Good lift. All right, we'll see what kind of jump he makes going into second attempts. Trying to catch up to Nikolai from Norway. All right, next up, Julian Schnurr. 282.5 kilos. His personal best is 305 kilos. So a lot of these lifters are playing it smart. Coaches are convincing them, take an easy opener, something that you can get no matter what, and get into the competition, save your energy for those second and third attempts. It's going to be critical to make those attempts to build that total and move as high as you can in the placing. Placing becomes important not just for the lifter, not just for the individual lifts or the total, but also for the team points. This is a team competition. A lot of these countries are bringing a full team. Puerto Rico brought a lot of lifters. Japan brought a lot of lifters. USA on the home field brought a lot of lifters. It's going to be a battle for those team points in the junior and sub-juniors men's.
The referees say what they say.
All right, 3 white lights. Good lift for Julian.
I just got it. And the bar.
Taking up 285 kilos for Abram Guerra. With this opener, he'll put his projection projected total to first place in the junior age division. So he's opening up 10 kilos under his personal best.
Thank you, Chip.
Trying to hold off anyone trying to catch up to him, though he does have a sizable lead if he can get this opener in. All right, here goes Abram setting up. If you look at the white substance on the lifter's leg, that's baby powder they put on the thighs and on the shins to help reduce the friction between the bar and the legs so that the bar can move up more easily, and that way they can lift more weights. So Abram, similar to Franz, gets it up quick, loses his balance at the top, and him stumbles forward. So we'll see if he can come back, get that,
Nevarez.
keep his balance at the top, get his second attempt in, stay in the competition. All right, now we're down to our final opening deadlift. Benjamin Nevarez from USA taking 290 kilos. So he's currently the odd man out. With this opener, he'll be in the 4th place position, and you have to start making up some ground to get into that 3rd or 2nd place position. He had a little trouble in his squats, missing his 1st and 2nd attempt. Got his 3rd to stay in the meet, so he's a little behind now and has to make up some ground, but he does have the biggest deadlift of the competition, of this group. Nice, easy lockout for him. Holds at the top. Gets a down command. 3 white lights. Good lift. So, with having the heaviest deadlift, 290 kilos, he should be able to make up some ground, see what the other lifters are putting in, pick his attempts based on his competition. All right, we're going into our 2nd attempt deadlifts now. Taking the weight down to 210 kilos for Kawamura from Japan.
Kilos on the bar for Takumi Kawamura.
Right. This bars and lowers, take the weight down, load up 210 kilos for start of 2nd attempts with Kawamura.
You said that's. Whoa, wait, stop.
Step back from the bar.
Step back from the bar.
Looks like they got a little scoring issues. Not sure what weight is supposed to be on the bar.
All right, we got to move over to column 2, 2nd attempt.
All right, so we're just double checking, making sure the weight is correct on the bar for the lifter.
210.
So the correct weight is 210. One screen was showing 200, one screen was showing 210. 200 was his opening attempt, and 210 is his 2nd attempt. So they got the right weight on the bar. The lifter's now allowed to lift a weight.
I was going by that.
So here goes Kawamura, 210 kilos, 463 pounds for his 2nd attempt deadlift. Gets it off the ground quick. A little struggle out lockout, was able to lock it out, get the down command, get a good lift. 3 white lights for Kawamura.
Okay. Kosuke Takashima.
All right. Next lifter up is also from Japan, Takashima, in the junior age division, taking 237.5 kilos. Took a 7.5 kilo jump from his opening attempt.
Rasmussen. Canada's 4 out. Bars
All right, bars lower for Takashima. Let's see what he can do on a 2nd attempt deadlift. Takes a big breath, braces against that belt, pulls it, locks it out. And the referees say 3 white lights, good lift for Takashima.
All right, Moises Valon. Ecuador.
All right, next up, Moises Valon from Ecuador. Took a 12.5 kilo jump to 242.5.
Fire loaded.
Bars loaded. 242 and a half.
His personal best is 250, so looks like he's going to hit the second attempt and then go for personal best on that third attempt. So he's getting focus, getting his feet set just right. Got chalk on his hands so he can grip that bar, not let it slip out. He's going with the conventional stance, legs inside the hands. Locks it out, gets the down command, and gets 3 white lights. Good lift for Moises.
Red 3.
Simon.
All right, next up is Simon Rasmussen from Denmark, taking a 5 kilo jump, going up to 245 kilos. That's 540 pounds for a sub-junior.
245 on the bar.
17 or 18-year-old, born 1999.
Thumbs taking the full force of the 245 kilos.
He's going with the sumo stance. He's using what's called a hook grip, typically used in weightlifting, but some lifters in powerlifting also use it, where you trap your thumb between the bar and the rest of your fingers. And he couldn't quite get it off the ground. We'll see if he comes back and gives another shot or if he's going to shut it down for the day. But next up is Daniel Guindon from Canada, taking a 10 kilo jump to 247.5 kilos. And here comes Daniel.
Hideki on deck, Correa in the hole, letting us 4 out.
Currently in the 6th place position. Doing well for just 2 years of competing in powerlifting. Comes up nice and easy.
Yeah, Canada strong. Canada strong.
And that's a good lift for Daniel.
3 white lights.
All right, next up is Da Silva from Japan. He was one of 3 lifters who missed their opening attempt. And so he's decided to retake the 250 kilos, try it again for a second attempt, stay in the competition as he's projected to get 3rd place if he can get this deadlift in. So let's see if he can make any adjustments to his technique, get a better setup, get a little speed off the ground using his suit, and lock this weight out. You can see from this top view, he's almost toes are touching the plates. He's going so wide with his sumo stance. It artificially shortens his body and shortens the range of motion that he has to pull the weight off the ground. Takes a lot of flexibility in the hips to be able to get this wide stance and get the knees out in line with the toes. A lot of power in the legs to bring it up, and he's able to bring it all the way up to lock out. Did he get his shoulders back? Referees say no lift. 3 reds. 2 red cards for not locking out, and a blue card for a little up and down when he got it onto his quad. So here he was fine. Here he had a little up and down right there, and then couldn't quite get locked out, get his shoulders back. So 3 reds for Da Silva. We'll see if he can come back and execute it on his 3rd attempt, stay in the competition. All right, next up is Michael Correa from Puerto Rico, taking a 10 kilo jump to 270 kilos. His personal best is listed as 265, so this would be a 5 kilo PB for Michael. Currently sitting in 5th place, being one of the youngest lifters in this junior 93 class. Gets it to it, lockout, gets those hips through, shoulders back, gives a little smile at the top. Referees say 3 white lights, good lift. Gives a high five to his coach, Alex Alvarado.
Norway, 600 pounds. For Nikolai, currently in the silver medal position.
We're going to Nikolai Sletnes from Norway, currently sitting in first place position in juniors. He decided to jump from 257.5 kilos to 272.5 kilos. So 15 kilo jump for him. Crowd is behind him, clapping for him. Let's see what Nikolai can do. See if he can hold his position at the top of the juniors. Oh, and that looked nice and smooth for him.
There's an easy lockout.
And he's happy about that one. 3 white lights, good lift. All right, next one, Franz Groff from Germany. He has opened up with 260 kilos, lost his balance at the top, stumbled back, dropped the bar, decided to take a 20 kilo jump to 280 kilos for his second attempt. It's a little bit of high risk, high reward. Sometimes the heavier weight helps you maintain your balance in the sumo deadlift. So maybe this jump for him will slow him down a little bit. He won't lose his balance at the top, but it's also a little bit risky since you missed your opener and decided to take a 20 kilo jump, and he needs to get at least one deadlift to stay in this competition, produce a total, and score points for his team. So we currently have 2 lifters in the juniors and 1 lifter in the sub-juniors who hasn't produced a total due to missing deadlifts. So they got to come back, make some attempts, stay in this competition. Bars loaded for Franz, 280 kilos, 617 pounds. Let's see what he can do, see if he can maintain his balance. Nice and smooth, locks it out. Referees say 3 white lights, good lift. Franz is in the competition. And that moves him up currently to the 5th place position. And a currently bronze medal to deadlift. We'll see what kind of jump he takes, if he can hold on to that deadlift medal. Next up, Oliver Dahlquist, Sweden, taking a 12.5 kilo jump to 282.5. He's battling it out for the podium in the total. So let's see what he can do on the second attempt deadlift. Oh, and that was fast. He's well built for deadlift. That was nice and fast. He's happy about that. Good lift. He's in a good position to get on that podium with that kind of deadlift. All right, next up, one of our other lifters who hasn't made a good lift in the deadlift yet. Abram Guerra Usa missed 285 in his opener. Deciding to retake that 285. He needs to get this attempt, stay in the competition, projected to be first place. So it's very important for him. This could be the difference between 12 points for USA or 0 points if he cannot produce a total, as well as losing out on a world championship for himself. So here he goes, closing his eyes, getting focused, getting in the zone. He's loading up his suit. Takes a big breath. Bracing everything tight against that belt. Here he goes. Come on, Abram. Gets it to his knees, locking it out. Oh, and he just couldn't lock it out. It looks like he might have got one knee locked out, losing his grip. Couldn't push the hips through. All right, so Abram's got to try that again. It's going to come down to the final deadlift for him, all or nothing. Meanwhile, we're going up to 295 kilos with Julian Schnurr from Germany. He took a 12.5 kilo jump, like many of these other lifters. He's battling it out for a deadlift medal, currently having the silver and deadlift on his opener. So let's see what he can do in his second attempt. And he's currently sitting in the total in fourth place. We'll see if he can move up at all, if Abram Guerra can make an attempt or not. Here goes Julian. Locks it out, nice and easy. Referees say 3 white lights, good lift.
Ladies and gentlemen, This is 302.
All right, next lifter, Benjamin Nevarez from USA. Again, 12.5 kilo jump, going to 302.5 kilos, which is 666 pounds. This will move him up into the gold medal in the deadlift, an inch closer to a podium position in the total. So, bars low for Benjamin. You can see he's down in 35 seconds, but he's not out there. So this comes to a coaching strategy. Sometimes coaches will decide to pass on the second attempt, save their energy, and then put what they need on the bar on the third attempt to pull for the placing. So, USA team's deciding that if we look at the scoreboard, if Benjamin Nevarez went out and pulled this deadlift, his prognosis would be 4th place. So he wouldn't be moving up in his position at all. So there's no reason to waste his energy pulling the second attempt deadlift that will give him no benefit. So instead, he's going to save his energy and then take what he needs for the third attempt to move up into the placing that he wants. So USA has done this a few times this week throughout this championship, and has worked for a couple of their lifters and not worked for, I believe, one other lifter. So we'll see how it goes here in the 93 juniors. So Benjamin Nevarez times out. We finish up our second attempt deadlift, and now we're going into our third attempt, so final round. All right. We currently have Nikolai in first from Norway, Oliver from Sweden in second, and Benjamin Nevarez from USA in third in our juniors going into these final attempt deadlifts. Abram Guerra, the odd man out, missed his first, missed his second, was projected to get first place, but he needs to get a deadlift in, produce a total to get that first place. So it's going to be a little bit of action going into this third attempt. We might see some changes from these coaches. You're allowed to change your third attempt deadlift twice. So we'll be seeing some numbers getting thrown in, changed around as these lifters are jockeying for placing. So first up for our third attempt is Kawamura from Japan, taking another 10 kilo jump, 220 kilos. Gets it to his knees, just can't lock it out, puts it down. And Kawamura day is done. Made his first and second deadlift ending with 210 kilos, which currently has him in the bronze medal in the deadlift. And he's currently sitting in the bronze medal as well in the total if the Silva, his teammate, cannot produce a total. All right, so they're loading the weight up for Takashima from Japan, 245 kilos for his final deadlift attempt of this World Championship. For our third attempt deadlifts now, spars and lowers will brush off the bar and wipe down the floor every single attempt. That's why every lifter has a clean bar and clean floor, no baby powder, no chalk to mess them up, so they can execute these final deadlifts as best as they possibly can. So here goes Takashima. Gets it to his knees and just can't get his hips through, shoulders back. So no lift for Takashima. Ends up with his second attempt deadlift at 237.5 kilos. Currently sitting in 8th place. All right, keeping the weight the same, 245 kilos for Simon Rasmussen from Denmark. He missed this attempt on his second attempt. Retakes this weight now in his third attempt. Let's see, he's getting himself a little motivated, getting himself jacked up. Let's see if he can fix his positioning, get this bar off the ground moving towards the lockout. He's getting it off the ground, gets it to his knees, and just can't get his hips through. No lift. So he currently has the silver medal in the deadlift and the silver medal in the total. Let's see what the next lifter can do. The silver from Japan missed 250 on his opener, missed 250 on his second, and now is trying to retake it for his third attempt. So So this is a big pull for him. This can put him into the bronze medal in the total if he pulls it. Or if he misses it, he does not produce a total and can't get placing, the third place placing that he was hoping for. So let's see what he can do. See if he can execute his final attempt of this World Championship. He's getting in the zone, closing his eyes, focusing on his technique, thinking about getting this lift. It's all or nothing for De Silva here. Takes a big breath, braces against that belt, locks in his hook grip, gets it off the ground, locks it out, shoulders back. All those knees locked out. What do the referees say? They say 3 white lights, good lift, and he's excited. He's pumped. He just moved from last place back into a third place for the total, and he's currently sitting in the gold medal in the deadlift. What a lift for De Silva. All right, so now here comes the man who's trying to take away his deadlift medal, Moises Valon from Ecuador, going 252.5 kilos. It's going to be a 2.5 kilo personal best for him, and he can steal the gold medal in deadlift from De Silva, who just went. Moises had the gold medal in the squat, the gold medal on the bench. He's got the gold medal in the total locked up. Let's see if he can sweep it with the gold medal in the deadlift as well. End the day, perfect sweep of a sub-junior weight class. Here he goes, conventional stance. Gets up to his legs, locks it out, gets the down command. And referees say 3 white lights, good lift for Moises. That gives him the gold medal on the deadlift. He went 3 for 3 on the deadlift. End of the day with a 752.5 kilo total. There's your world champion from Ecuador. All right, we're down to just our junior lifters. It's going to be a battle for the podium. Starting off with Daniel Guindon from Canada, taking a 10-kilo jump to 257.5 kilos. Bars loaded for Daniel. Final attempt. All right, here goes Daniel. Gets his grip set up. Gets it to his knees. Leans back, shoulders back, gets his down command. And his pull is good. He's happy, goes around. Thanks to referees for the time volunteering. And Daniel ends on a good note, 3 for 3 in the deadlifts. Gives his coach a high five. Next up, Nikolai Sletnes from Norway, taking a 7.5 kilo jump to 280 kilos, which is going to be a 2.5 kilo personal best for him. Currently sitting in first place in the juniors, so he's just trying to bump up his total and keep his competitors away from catching up to him, since most of them have a bigger deadlift than him. They get to see his pull and put in what they need to beat him. So here goes Nikolai. He's had a great day, making lots of attempts, great technique. He's having fun out there. Here's his final attempt, the World Championship. Here he goes, locks it out. Another good lift for him. Gives a little yell at the top, and he's pumped. 3 white lights, good lift for Nikolai. 3 for 3 in the deadlift, currently sitting in first place with the 857.5 kilo total. Let's see what these other guys can do to try and catch up to him and steal that gold medal from Norway.
For the next lifter.
All right, so our next lifter is going to be Michael Correa, 282.5 kilos. Took a 12.5 kilo jump. Here goes Michael. Had a rough start in squat, built some momentum in bench. Couldn't quite get that deadlift. Got 2 deadlifts in, finishing up with a 270 kilo second attempt for Michael. Currently sitting in 6th place. All right, next up is Franz Groff from Germany. He's the one who lost his balance on 260 on his opener, went up to 280, executed that in his second attempt, and now he's going up 5 more kilos, 285 for his third attempt. He'll be fighting for a deadlift medal with 4 lifters pulling after him. Gets it up to off the ground, but just couldn't get it past the knees, lock it out. So no lift for Franz. Ends up with that 280 second attempt. All right, next up, big lift here. Abram Guerra from USA missed 285 in his first, missed it again in his second. Retaking it for his third attempt. He needs this to stay in the lift, stay in the meet. This is all or nothing for Abram. If he misses this, he gets last place. If he gets this, he moves all the way up to first place with 3 more attempts after him. This is big for Abram and the USA team here at the Junior World Championships. Let's see if Abram come back and execute, get his knees locked out, hold on to that grip, and finish this lift. Taking a big breath, squeezing that bar as hard as he can, gets it past his knees, and just couldn't lock it out. So he misses all 3 deadlifts, does not produce a total. And that was a big hit for the USA team, thinking they had 12 points first locked up and then coming away with none after the deadlifts. All right, so we're down to 3 attempts now. These lifters are battling it out for the podium. First up, Julian Schnurr from Germany, going 300 kilos. He's currently sitting in 4th place with Abram dropping out. Looks like he's gonna finish with 4th place. Let's see if he can end on a good note, going 3 for 3 in the deadlift. And he just can't get it off the ground and get it moving, so no lift for Julian. Next up, currently sitting in 2nd place, Oliver Dahlquist from Sweden, taking a 17.5 kilo jump from 282.5 to 300 kilos. This is going to move him into the first place position if he can get this lift. He weighs heavier than Nikolai from Norway, so he has to go 2.5 kilos above Nikolai's total. So this will give him an 860 kilo total if he can get this and move him into the first place position. So let's see if Oliver can get this 17.5 kilo jump, move himself in the first place. Comes off the ground, locks out his knees too soon, loses his balance forward, and he's disappointed. With sumo, you gotta stay very patient off the ground, maintain your positioning so you can execute a good lockout. He locked out his knees too fast, the bar went in front of him, and he just lost his balance and couldn't finish. So he is currently now sitting in the 2nd place position with 1 more attempt left. Benjamin Nevarez from USA is going up from the 302.5 that he passed on, saved his energy on his 2nd attempt, going 307.5 now on a 3rd attempt to try and move from 3rd place into 2nd place and steal that silver medal from Oliver from Sweden. So here goes Benjamin from USA. This is going to be good points for USA since they missed out on Abram with no total based on his deadlift. So Benjamin can move up 3rd place, 2nd place. They can gain some of those points back for the team awards at the end of this championship. So here goes Benjamin, closing his eyes, getting focused. Our master of ceremonies, Gino, is blasting that music. Get him in the zone. Here he goes. Breaks off the ground. Locks out his knees. Pulls back. Locks it out. Gets the down command. Referees say 3 white lights. Good lift for Benjamin. He moves up into the 2nd place position, stealing it from Oliver from Sweden. What a way to finish. We had Nikolai Sletnes from Norway coming away with the gold medal. Benjamin Nevarez from USA taking the silver on the final deadlift of the competition, and Oliver Dahlquist, bronze medal, missing that 3rd attempt deadlift, allowing Benjamin to come back and steal the silver medal from him. But he goes away with the bronze medal. Should be happy with that kind of finish. Unfortunately for Abram Guerra, He was projected first place throughout squats, throughout bench press, but could not produce a deadlift to get a total, so he does not get a finish on the podium that USA was hoping for. In the sub-juniors, we had Moises Valon from Ecuador cruising away to a gold medal, Simon Rasmussen from Denmark getting silver, and Da Silva from Japan beating out his teammate Kawamura for the bronze medal. Thank you for tuning in for the 93 kilo weight class. We are going to set up now for the award ceremony, so stay tuned for that. Thank you. Bye.
And hang on, Chip. Gaston Perrage is presenting the medals. And bring him out, Chip. Give me a round of applause for all of our lifters in this last session. Right there, Chip. Perfect, Chip. Right there. Ladies and gentlemen, handing out the medals in this session, the president of the IPF, Gaston Perrage from Luxembourg. Give him a round of applause. All of our lifters are going to receive a participation medal because they're all champions for being invited to this World's Sub-Junior Junior World's competition. All right. Let's go to our first category. What? I thought we were ready, Robert. Well, how about Kella holding us up? All right, first category, 93 kilo weight class sub-junior category, bronze medal in the squat, hailing from Japan, Takumi Kawamura. Silver medal from Denmark, Rasmussen Simon Berg. And the gold medal hailing from Ecuador, Moises Valon. Photos. Thank you, gentlemen. You may step back now. Moving on to the bench. Bronze medal winner, Japan, Hideki da Silva. Silver medal, Denmark, Simon Berg Rasmussen. And the gold medal winner, hailing from Ecuador, Moises Valon. Photos. Thank you, gentlemen. You may step back now. Moving on to the deadlift now. Bronze medal, Denmark, Simon Berg Rasmussen. Silver medal, Japan, Hideki da Silva. Gold medal, Ecuador, Moises Valon. Photos. Thank you, gentlemen. You may step back now. Total category, bronze medal, hailing from Japan, Hideki da Silva. Denmark, Simon Berg Rasmussen. And the gold medal winner, Ecuador, Moises Valon. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the Ecuadorian national anthem.
Please raise everybody.
Big round of applause for all three of our winners. Let's move on to our next category. The junior category, 93 kilo weight class, junior category, squat. The bronze medal, United States of America, Avram Guerra. Silver medal, Sweden, Oliver Dahlquist. And the gold medal winner, Norway, Nikolai Sletnes. Thank you, gentlemen. You may step back now. Bench press now. Bronze medal winner, hailing from USA, Benjamin Nevarez. Silver medal, Norway, Nikolai Sletnes. And the gold medal winner, hailing from the United States of America, Abram Guerra. Photos. Thank you, gentlemen. You may step back now. Moving on. To the deadlift now. Bronze medal, Sweden, Oliver Dogfish. Silver medal, Germany, Julian Schnurr. And the gold medal, United States of America, Benjamin Nevarez. Photos. Total category now. Bronze medal winner, hailing from Sweden, Oliver Dahlquist. Ladies and gentlemen, would you please stand for Norway's national anthem?
Dette blir surt. Ønsker dette landet som det stiger frem.
Big round of applause for all our winners. Thank you, gentlemen. You may step back now, and Chip will escort you around the front of the platform, and the audience will give all of our athletes a continuous round of applause as they get escorted off the platform. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, there is a mandatory anti-doping sonar that starts in exactly